But yeah, so Glock Chronicles. The fast version really is. It was just I was in a position where I was overhearing a conversation between this man and this woman was kind of just explaining like him like
She watching me like a his cable. I'll be on no label, but my clothes be all label.
Hit my line, won't hit you back. You text me, won't text you back. Yeah, I said it, I'm on shit. I'm gon' make you wanna quit. I'm gon' make your mama sick. Ain't no getting back from this. I'm just too legit to quit. So now I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. Do what I want. Do what I want. And now I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. Do what I want. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of a No Label Convo. Here with my boy Nell.
Yep.
Shouts out to everybody who's been subscribing on YouTube as normal, liking on Instagram, sharing. Follow us on Twitter at No Label the Pod, Instagram at No Label the Pod. Nell, go ahead and get to the sponsor.
Shout out to our sponsor. Shout out to Guap Coin.
Guap Coin.
Cryptocurrency for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Monetize your influence. There's some cool stuff in that crypto space that a lot of artists can take advantage of. A lot of artists. The artist we're sitting with today is a beautiful R&B act out of Buffalo. She's young, but she's making a lot of noise, and everybody seems to know her name.
oh.
So it's like we need to sit down with this young lady. How are you doing, Labrina?
I'm doing absolutely great. Tired, but we good. We here.
We knock it out.
Appreciate you pulling up, of course.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for inviting me. Seriously.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, your music speaks for itself. It's like they applying pressure on us. They like, yo, y'all need more ladies in here. I'm like, we gonna give it to you.
Okay, right. Bring the ladies. That's
For
especially
sure.
the ladies in the scene. We got some hitters, so definitely gotta tap in for sure.
Big facts. So you Buffalo born?
I am. Yeah, I'm from here. Definitely. There's no way around that.
Word.
Definitely. But I do a lot of exploring outside of here, I would say.
Oh, you're like traveling?
Yes, that's really that's what really for me taps into inspiration for anything. I've lived in Arizona. I lived in a couple other places. I traveled back and forth to LA and I was recently in Atlanta too. So that was a whole different vibe in itself.
Yeah, it's a different world compared to Buffalo.
Okay, bigger space, a lot more people, just and, especially a lot more black people.
Word.
So, yeah, definitely that.
That's dope.
So was you traveling those places like growing up or just like recently as you got older?
Honestly, I've been traveling a lot since I was younger. Like I've been traveling since I was 6 years old. So I feel like in my more adult life, that's where I've been like making moves by myself, I would say. But yeah, before me and my family, we would travel all the time, like California, and then we go to Alabama, just some random places, to be
That's
honest
dope,
with you.
though.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It just definitely shows you like there's more, out there than this.
Yeah.
Buffalo's great, but it's small.
Yeah, it gives perspective, like especially
Definitely.
when I started like being able to travel and moving. Like I was one of the few people I knew who went to like college in a different state. When I kept coming back, I was like, oh, this is the same. This is different. I'm like, yo, it just opened my eyes, and I just started been on the move since then.
Nah, I feel that. I mean, the same thing happened to me. I attend the University of Arizona, but I was there like 2 years, and then COVID happened, and then now I'm back here. So,
Word, that's
yeah,
wild.
definitely.
So you were like in Arizona when everything started popping off?
I was there since actually after 2019. That's when I had went to Arizona, and then I was there for like 2 years. I had my freshman year there, and then that was the highlight of everything. We outside finally. We graduated high school. I'm out, and then all of a sudden, like the second year, boom, like COVID. I'm like, damn, like I couldn't even enjoy my year, my 2 years. So then I ended up coming back here in May, I think it was. Yeah, and then that's really, I think, coming back for me at least was me forcing myself to dive into my music because like when I was in college, it really was just about like school. Like,
What were you studying in college?
so my major right now is general studies, emphasis in arts, media, and entertainment, which is basically like random classes. It means nothing. It means nothing. Like, I feel like them just saying general studies is just them being nice. Like, here's a free degree at this point. But yeah.
So you paid, we'll give it.
Okay, like, goodness. But I definitely was that. Like, I was definitely the person in my class that, like, the only person. Maybe a couple other people went like further places, but I really was one of the few people that actually went out of state, and that was just surprising. I was like, y'all want to stay here forever?
You was talking about you went to performing arts, right? Which has a long legacy in Buffalo.
Oh my
just
gosh,
producing
everybody,
amazing artists.
Seriously, engineers too.
Yeah, and it's. But you up and left and went to Arizona and didn't continue doing the music.
Yeah, because honestly, I felt like I needed to give myself some time to really figure out if this is something that I really wanted to do, because I was like, I think, I was doing music from 5th grade to 12th grade. Like, and I was just like, damn, am I good at anything else? So I was like, all right, let me just, try something different. But, I was going to go to Berkeley. I was looking at Berkeley for a little bit. But then I was like, $50,000 private school. I don't think so. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to just go to Arizona. And I went with my cousin, so that made it a lot easier for me.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Arizona wasn't a lot?
Oh my gosh, it definitely was, but like,
Ain't
I don't know. The cards kind of worked out. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess my family was able to kind of help out with like what came up with that. And like, I didn't get accepted into any like UB SUNY schools or anything like that because like my dad had a stroke back in like 2017, which like basically stopped his ability for a lot of things. So when it came to like college, I couldn't go to a SUNY school. I couldn't go to like any Buffalo school. They're like, he got paid way too much. So I was like, damn, like, where am I going to go? Am I even going to be able to go to college? So then I had to like, I wanted to go to Arizona and my cousin wanted to go too. So it just made it a lot easier. And then my family's like, well, we got one person going, so let's just have both going. So,
that's dope. That's dope. The family was
definitely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Because, college is hard in itself. So
yeah, just being in a new space, new mindset.
Definitely. In a new place too, like a culture shock at that. Like, I'm used to being around Puerto Rican people and Black people. I went around, I was like, I met more Mexican people. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting everybody here.
Yeah, PA is as diverse as it gets. Like, you're going to have kids skipping through the hallways, every race, flavor.
Literally.
Ridiculous. What was your major there? Like, what were you doing?
Oh, yeah, I was vocal major for sure. Like, I had to. Like, I think when I first got into the school, I couldn't sing for a long time. It actually really came out of nowhere, I think. But I was doing, I think I did piano for a little bit, and then I did a lot of instruments because I was really trying to figure out what I really liked. So I did trumpet, I did guitar, I did piano, everything, honestly. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm a better singer, so let me stick to that. Because having all these different things doing is just, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Not
was Tim Lyons there when you
Mr. Lyons was there.
Yeah,
Everybody was there.
I had him.
Lyons is cool. Yeah, actually, he was my instructor when I was doing trumpet. So that was interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned you talk about like Frank Shinta is also like Buffalo legend. Like he had a residency in Vegas. His family they were doing music and stuff out there.
Lamont was talking about him, right?
Yeah,
we had him on.
Yeah. Mr. Shinta was great. Too. Yeah,
and you told somehow y'all had some type of connection prior to you getting there.
Yeah, so when I had auditioned, he was the one who actually that got me in the school because at the time Karen Saxon or George Davis, they weren't attending. They weren't teachers at that school from my knowledge. I was young, so I really wouldn't know. But he was like my teacher for like 3 years. So, we sing like Where Is Love? And we sing, just Frank Shinta was definitely just a great man, wholesome man, awesome. And yeah, he was the one that got me into PA. And, that was a blessing because honestly, if it wasn't for PA, I don't know what I'd be doing in music right now. To be honest, I don't even know if I would be able to sing right now. So
that's dope. That's dope.
Definitely.
Great teachers and great atmosphere. Shout out to PA, man.
Okay, shout out to Buffalo, PA.
Yeah, shout out to PA. I guess.
It sounds like a hater.
I'm not an alumni, so I ain't got no ties.
No, I hear that. That.
So once you came back from Arizona and COVID popped off, did it just, when you were just like stuck in the house, did it just throw you in your music bag?
Not at all. Not even a little bit. Like for me, I feel like that was more of like a mental time for me, I think. Because like I think it gave me a whole lot of time to really sit with myself and really figure out like, okay, like, you got all this free time to figure out how do you feel? What do you like? What don't you like? Like I didn't really take it as a creative bag. I more took it as a self bag because I feel like I was letting, school and social life and everything kind of consume what I had going on to where like mentally I wasn't right a lot of the time for myself. Like I felt like when I was in college, I wasn't my best self. I didn't feel my best self. I was so stressed out by everything though. Like, classes and then you trying to figure out who you are at the same time. Meanwhile, you're not around people you're familiar with. So it was a lot of like just confusion. So I was like, I can't even do music. I didn't touch music for like 2 years, to be honest. Like, yeah, I left college or high school and I got to college and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna put a pause on this and let's just. But that didn't help because that just made me feel worse. So, as a creative, I feel like you need an outlet, and
Facts.
I didn't have that like for a long time, and like it was difficult for me. I didn't enjoy it. I just was getting by pretty much.
Yeah. Well, most of people like they don't take into account when it comes to like going into college and being
Seriously,
new. Like,
yeah.
A lot of first generation like black people going to college.
Seriously,
they don't
yeah.
understand the environment shift and like the culture shock of like. People are like, oh, what is depression? What is seasonal depression? What is like you're not eating the right foods?
Seriously.
You around different cultures. That shit is like it hits you. Like it definitely hits you.
Definitely.
Word.
So what got you back into the creative bag then? What got you back into making music after you took that break?
I think it was that break. Like realistically, I tapped into myself and I was like, the time that I feel like I felt the most happy is when I was creating and making music and to go from a literally scheduled routine of you go to school, you at 8 o'clock you're doing vocal warm-ups, by 8:30 you're doing like a song warm-up, by 9 o'clock you're in a jazz class. Like it was such a routine to the point where breaking that routine just felt like odd, just like, oh my God, like I have all this free time to decide what I want to do. What am I gonna do? Like, so I think it took like taking that break and really seeing like, okay, this other shit don't make me happy, but this makes me happy. So let me try to figure out who I am in that. And for a long time, I'm classically trained and jazz trained. So like, it was like a lot of that. But I wasn't really tapping into my R&B bag. Like I was like, we gotta focus on the jazz. We gotta focus on the classical. And like I really felt like I was able to like taking that break allowed me to really discover myself within music. Like what makes me me and what makes my sound my sound.
That's hard.
Definitely.
And I you could hear it in the music too.
Yeah.
Like that's the dope part about it.
Yeah.
Because in Fredonia, like as Mara went to we all did. Man,
Everybody in here
at some point, not all at the same time. It just was random. But there's such a big divide between like classical and like jazz mindset. Like Fredonia is a classical music school,
right? Yeah.
It don't give you the PA type of vibe and shit like that. Like people be like. There's sections. It's like they try to like I don't know separate the shit.
I definitely agree. I think that people don't understand that music is such a universal thing that like technically we make classic rock songs and turn them into rap songs. We can do so much with music. So it's within itself. I think I feel like people kind of need to take into account that like. With jazz, you can always find a classical song. With a classical song, you can hear some jazz in it. With R&B, you can hear country in it. Like, it's just diverse to the point where, like, I don't know, PA kind of taught us that, like, I feel like, yes, we were trained to do the classical and, like, jazz stuff, but at the same time, like, on our free time, we was in practice rooms making beats. We was rapping. We was playing guitar. We was singing, R&B songs, jazz heads, mashing them, creating our own stuff. I used to go live all the time in classes when we were just making beats and stuff. Just because, like, it all comes from somewhere. And all this stuff, it's like, I don't know. It all sounds the same in a way. Like, for me, like, yeah, it's definitely technically different. But at the same time, like, if it's good, it's good.
So do you think there should be genres then? Should they just get rid of genres,
yeah, I agree, to be honest.
Shout
they need to just get
no genre, man.
No genre.
Right, no genres out here. For real. Because, like, honestly, we take from everything, especially in, like, music. Like, there's nothing I haven't heard that hasn't come from something.
They more so just need that shit for, like, accolades, Billboard.
To be honest, yeah. It's definitely for more the technical
Yeah.
side, and the business side. But honestly, it's all the same thing, to be honest.
It's 12 notes, man. It's 12 notes in music. You know what I'm saying? They remix them however. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just interpretation at that point. So, and it's just, what you consider good and what you consider not. Like, exactly. I mean, I'm not sitting here listening to rock all the time, but I'll definitely bop some rock, here and there. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it all kind of is the same in a way. It's just who's and who's translating it, pretty much.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about music because it can take you anywhere. It connects
What?
everybody. all
Seriously.
that. If a melody is hitting, it don't matter what language it's in.
I'm telling you, it's always the melody.
Word. Man.
I say all the time. I mean, that's my whole like fundament of like writing and everything. It's the melodies. I don't really write like that. Like I recently got into the freestyling bag, but like honestly, it is the melodies first. You catch somebody with a melody, it's a song. It's a hit.
So you start with the melodies and then like place the words after the fact?
Honestly, I usually just hear words. I feel like for me, like this is how I feel like when I'm making music. I like when people send me beats because for me, I can instantly come up with a melody quick. Like if I hear it enough times, I could come up with words too. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 for me. I'm kind of a cheat code. Just a little bit.
Hey, I'm gonna tap in with it. You cheat code. Come on.
Just a little bit. Like seriously.
That's hard. You said when you was at PA, I used to go live all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
yes.
over here thinking like, yo, if they had social media when I was at PA, it would have been wow. It would have been the best.
It was a vibe. I'm telling you, we would be on the keys and everything. Everybody singing like 5-part harmonies and shit. It was really fire. Like
Word.
High School Musical shit, huh?
honestly, people it wasn't like the singing and
That's what y'all making
dancing.
it sound like.
It definitely wasn't no singing and
like-
It was a
dancing.
hood musical.
And
That's
our basketball team was
hilarious.
trash like there, so
Oh wait a
It worked
second.
out.
Our basketball team was actually pretty good.
not when he was there.
Nah, they was bad when I was there.
Nah, we was there. Or when I was there, it was
They got
fine.
shipped. They got put in the that other section. Remember when they split up the Yale
Oh,
Cup?
Yale Cup 1 and 2, yeah.
That is so
That's what helped
tough.
them out.
Big facts. Big facts.
That is tough. Nah, our basketball team was fine. I don't know about y'all.
No, I had mad friends that went there, so I'm talking shit.
As you should though. You gotta be on your side. I gotta be on mine.
Right. Nelson, you gotta pick a side, bro.
At this point, like for real, you gotta.
You gotta pick a
I'm
side.
sticking with my basketball crew. Like if we talking basketball, I'm with my tech crew.
Alright,
We
but-
talking music, you already know where it's at.
You still like pick a side.
You already know where it's
But,
at. So in your music, you talk about like a lot of different like aspects, relationships, and different like you really dive into them. With that, was that always like the key with your music? Is that something you always wanted to drew emphasis to, and did that develop?
So honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the most universal topic is relationships, and we all go through relationships, whether it's a good one, whether it's a bad one. But I just feel like for me, like I'm always gonna write about myself and different like just what feels right to me. And sometimes that might even be like other people's situation. That might be my situation. But I feel like for me, like as I'm getting older and I'm exploring myself and what I like and what I don't like and just all that, I've been able to translate that through my music. Because I've been really like these last 3 years for me have been like extreme self-discovery. Rather that's like going on dates with niggas, like figuring out what I like and just determining what's out there for me and what's not. And a lot of that has been about my music and what comes with that. So yeah, like for now, it really has been just about relationships. But at the same time, I feel like I'm talking about like I'm in a relationship, but I'm talking about maybe how the other person feels. I'm talking about maybe let's just happen to say there's another person involved. There might be 2 parties involved. I'm talking about how he's feeling. I'm talking about how he's feeling too. Like, I'm really diving in.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's layers to that.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know. I'm considerate, and I feel like I like to think about, like, I always have this thought of, like, what is this person thinking? I know what I'm thinking, but I don't always know what you're thinking, and I definitely don't read minds. So I'm going to assume this is what I feel like you're feeling, and I'm going to talk about it. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I like R&B too. Like listening to women R&B, even though most men don't, is like because you get to hear like their perspective and their side of things.
Definitely. And I feel like that's how it should be. Like at the end of the day, like what music is like just translation. Like we all have gone through something. Like we got people like Stevie Wonder. He talks about God. He talks about his love life. He talks about his love for his children. And you're sitting there like, yo, this nigga's snapping. Like this man is talking about everything going on in his life. Meanwhile, able to translate it in a way that we all can be connected to it, even if we're not even him. So I feel like that's how I kind of take my approach when I'm making my music. Like, this is how I'm feeling, so I know maybe somebody out there is feeling how I'm feeling too. Yeah.
That's big facts.
Yeah.
Just being able to interpret that just over some keys.
And a bass line, like,
Word, like that shit is crazy.
seriously.
Where I was watching a documentary. I gotta remember the name of it. It was about Fela Kuti.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He's like Fela is like he's like the Michael Jackson of Africa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was. I want to say it was Nigeria, and like he had beef with the government. Like
wow.
he was
Yeah.
hosting, like they stopped letting him do concerts. So like he went to the slums because the police wouldn't go there, and he would do things every day. He would do like they would do 2-hour talks about community, and then do jam session.
Right.
We're gonna talk about politics, then we're gonna do jam session. We're gonna talk about
That's dope.
grown
Yeah.
food, then jam session.
Right.
But one of the quotes he has is about musicians, like music being like the king of all professions, because it's like how we be able to just harmonize everything
Literally.
and just
yeah.
and really make it digestible for the world.
Seriously,
like, and that
yeah.
shit is like that shit is facts.
It's
And
crazy.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Like, what song was it? I can't remember the title, but you was talking about
I think we should just start from the first track down.
Oh yeah,
Glock Chronicles.
Ah.
Hold on. First of all, the name of the EP is
4 days later.
4 Days Later.
Yes.
And then the first track, Glock Chronicles.
First track.
That's a hard title for R&B.
Glock Chronicles.
hard
I thought
title.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. I found it to be hilarious. I thought it was like, but there's really a story behind it. Like, the whole project literally is about my time in Atlanta, and I was there for 5 days, but I did the project in 4. So that's why I called it 4 days later. I thought it made sense.
Like a vlog prior to that, right? Where you
I
kind of explained
did,
it.
yeah.
I think that's
So,
where I heard that, yeah.
Yep, exactly. I had dropped a little, I call them, I think it was a little video, I would call it episode, and I was just explaining like everything that was going down. But yeah, like it was just the 4 days I was there. I went out there with to just link up with one of my really great friends. His name is Valley, producer, engineer. He doesn't like to call himself an engineer, but that nigga's a connoisseur, okay? He's great. He's an engineer. He's a singer, rapper. The man can't do no wrong. But that's who I went out there to, like, visit. And, we were just, like, really kicking it. And just, we said, come. He was like, just come out here and let's just get to work. And I was like, you know what? I'll book the flight. So I did. And, yeah, the 4 days later was really just about Atlanta and just what was happening out there, because honestly, I went out there for 4 days, and I think that was the most eventful in my life, was being over there 4 days. I was like, ain't no way, because I just got out here.
Yeah, because Atlanta was open there going to.
That's what I'm
Never
saying,
closed.
but Atlanta's always open, right?
Never
Like,
closed.
I ain't never seen a place that was so active in my life. I was like, damn, so y'all do something every day? Y'all don't got time to breathe?
You burnt out.
Listen, I couldn't.
I've been burnt out.
But yeah, so Glock Chronicles. The fast version really is, it was just, I was in a position where I was overhearing a conversation between this man and this woman was kind of just explaining him oh, you came in town or you got somebody in town and she's here and you look like y'all booed up, and she was just prying into the situation, and it really wasn't like that. Like, I was really just hanging with my friend, and she kind of took it as like, well, I see y'all together, and I'm trying to be that. And then her mom got on the phone, and she was like, "Don't make me bring my Glock." I said, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Damn, these Atlanta women crazy. Not the Glock." Like, I was like, I didn't come out here for none of that. Like, I came out here for a good time. I was trying to get some music done, and I'm just overhearing this conversation. So I, later that day, I pull up to the studio and I lay a little something down, and basically was talking about that. So
That's hard.
yeah.
That's fun.
So that's the first one. The second one,
ETA.
ETA. I think that one is pretty self-explanatory. It's estimate time of arrival, which is really just saying pull up, come through. I'm trying to see what you want to do. And that's really what that meant. Like, I was really in my bag. I was drinking wine. The candles was lit and everything. I'm
What
just
kind of
like,
wine you have?
what kind of wine didn't I have?
What's your favorite?
Right now, it's a mixture. Like, I like the blueberry wine. That joint, it hits different. I'd be really in my bag about that. But right now, currently, I like that 999, the Loganberry
the
one.
Loganberry.
That joint is different.
It's
I
a
was like
go-to.
only Buffalo shit because you don't see nobody's like Loganberry wine. They be like, "What's Loganberry?" I'd be like,
Like, don't worry about it.
No, for real.
They're
You're gonna
not
have to come out
cultured.
here and see. No culture at all. But yeah, that one was just me kind of being in my femininity bag and just like, you know, confident. I feel like that's really what it was about. It's about just being more confident. And sometimes, like, you know, us as women, we don't always just tell men to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we kind of beat around the bushes and be like, you could come through if you want to. But, you know, this one was like, nah, fuck all that. Pull up.
That's what I liked about your project. It was like you had that track where it's like, nah, I'm gonna be straightforward. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this is what I want.
But I feel like that's how I am as a person. I don't really like beat around the bush. I'm pretty cutthroat about most things. And I don't like wasting my time about nothing. So I'm pretty just straightforward. If I'm looking for this, I make that clear. If I don't, I don't. And you know, that's what that project was. It was really just like, this is how I'm feeling, and if you fucking with it, let's see what's up.
What's the next joint is?
Hit me back.
Cool. Okay. So I was in my feelings. Definitely was in my feelings. Hit Me Back was really just, I don't know. It was just telling this man like, you got a girlfriend and you trying to talk to me, and not to say I'm not upset that you're trying to talk to me, but it's more so like, handle your priorities. Like, figure out what you looking for before you trying to hit me up and trying to talk to me. And I think that one, I just let a bass line in that, so I had to come crazy. Like, I just told myself, like, on this specific record, you can't come soft. This is not, like, you can't be on nothing but, like, assertive, and why are you hitting me when you got somebody? Like, let's stop. Let's stop the game. But, yeah.
That's hard.
And then the video, Do What I Want, the lead single.
Also very self-explanatory.
I like that. That was when I was like, ooh.
I appreciate it.
What was crazy? I was like, yo, I heard that. I feel like I was listening to it today, and I was like, I've heard this. I feel like I heard this joint mad times. I
That's
don't know
crazy.
If it was on social
We mentioned
media
it on like our year-end wrap-up episode.
Okay.
Maro had mentioned it.
Yeah, I probably was checking that
Definitely.
joint
Shout
out.
out tomorrow.
Maro on the beat.
Not the DJ scratch.
I had to, but yeah, do what I want. Very, very, very self-explanatory. I'm just in a like part of my life where I'm just like, I'm gonna do exactly what I want, and I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think twice. I'm not gonna look back. I'm gonna just do it because, and that's how I felt about like coming here and coming back, like moving here. I'm gonna just do what I want. Like, I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it, and I'm not gonna ask any questions. I'm not gonna ask anyone to ask me any questions. I'm not gonna question it. So, yeah.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you weren't be able to do what you want? Like how I did that.
Loved it. I don't know. For me, I don't do relationships right now in my life right now, and only because like I feel like mentally I'm in a different space than most people my age. I'm young. Like, I'm only 20. Like, I turned 21 on the 2nd of May. So okay, I will be outside. But yeah, like, I don't know. Relationships right now, I feel like it really don't even matter half the time how old the person is. Like, I've talked to, a 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, all types of shit. That don't mean nothing. If people aren't mentally in a space to really want a relationship or really understand what it takes to be in a relationship, I don't see why I should waste my time, because like when I think about my future relationship or something like that, I'm thinking like I want to get to know the person. I want to really like understand the person. I want to have real life conversations. And people are scary nowadays. Like, people are so scary. Like, they don't understand that like relationships take work. Relationships take actual time. You got to get to know who you're dealing with. I'm not trying to wake up next to somebody and be like, who are you? Like, I'm not. So for me, I feel like I put myself in a position until I feel like I meet somebody that really hits those type of standards. I don't see why I need to be in a relationship.
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid to be vulnerable in the age of where we don't have that much privacy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and it's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Everybody's built different and everybody does things different. I just feel like if you really seek in a relationship and that's something that you're interested in, you can't really play games with people's feelings, like, at all. Because people, you know, some people crazy. Some people would do some real
I
crazy
feel like
shit.
you can't really seek a relationship if it's gonna be like a good one.
To
'Cause
be
it has
honest.
to just kind of happen organically, like
and
with
that
the
too.
person.
Yeah, you do. You have to really learn how to like really talk to the person and see. Because I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's a learning experience. Like you're really just okay. Well, I didn't like this, and knowing how to properly communicate at that. Because nowadays, oh my god, like people can't communicate, and sometimes y'all just be fucking. Like, how can we have a conversation and we in this type of relationship, but we're being intimate in this way, but you don't know how to talk to me? Doesn't make any sense. So why even be in a relationship?
So with the video for "Do What I Want" is crazy too.
Thank you. I don't know. With that video, I think what happened was me and my cousin were sitting in Tim Hortons one day, and we're like, "What do we think of when it comes to Do What I Want?" Knowing me,
Stealing cars.
honestly, that came last. To be honest, I actually wanted to do the video like concept way different. Like I wanted to be a big ass party. Like I was like, this just feels like a summer vibe, like party. And I was just like, this is what I want. And you know, I was thinking way too big. And I was thinking about like Capella Gray's Gallus video. How he had all of New York out there. I was like, you know, what if that could do that? What if I could get all of Buffalo to be in a party setting?
Big ass production.
It would be so big. But if people, I don't know, like I don't even know how that would even come to pass because like, of course, you know, you can get people to volunteer, have a good time, but you know, it depends. Buffalo's funny when it comes to support and things like that. So it's just you either get it or you don't. So I was like, let me think a little smaller. Like let me try to figure out what's a little bit like equivalent to that kind of idea. So then me and my cousin were just sitting in Tim Hortons. We was like, damn, like when I think of Do What I Want, what if we had just a day of just freely doing exactly what we wanted to do, just randomly, just for fun. And I was like, damn, this is a good idea. So then we properly translated it. And then I was like, but I want to do it differently because like a lot of the time I see videos in Buffalo and it's like downtown and it's just like in kind of spots we already know. And I was like, I want to use a side of Buffalo that I really haven't seen. So I was like, let's go on Hurdle.
That's right. Yeah. I used to live on Hurdle for the longest. I miss staying over there.
It was actually right around the corner from your old house.
It really was. Coastas is like right down. Literally.
Shit, I gotta see. I gotta check it out. I didn't know you had the video out.
Oh my gosh, yes. That video's been out for like 3 months, 4 months now.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little bit, but yeah, I just wanted to use Buffalo in a different limelight, and like I just thought it'd be funny, and I used my own car too, so I thought that was like even more hilarious. And like and then I was able to use like my friends and like some actors that I knew. Exactly. Yeah, I was trying to really embody the PA student.
Nah, one thing I appreciate about you and your music is like it's very you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, sometimes we meet people and it's like it's either personas and you meet certain different stuff and it's like it's refreshing.
But how can you like pretend to not be like? How does that work? I just can't like understand it. Yeah.
In hip hop, I say like hip hop is a front. Period.
Truthfully,
Rap. Period. Like you're not going everywhere. You're not coming to your mama house with all your jewels on, all your jewelry on, flexing like yo, what's good?
You ain't
like,
bringing your ones in the house.
You're taking your shoes off and you're kissing your grandma on the cheek.
Okay.
Like that's what it is.
You might still have the ice on kissing grandma though.
Okay, with the ice on though.
Like what?
I mean, that's valid. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like with me, I can't really pretend. Like I feel like I'm so myself to the point where it's just like at this point you're gonna get it or you're not gonna get it. Like there's really no way out of it. So I don't know. Like I feel like that's how music should be. And then people are supposed to just naturally, like organically be like, oh, I'm kind of like that too. Let me do a little follow. But yeah,
where they feel it.
Seriously, yeah.
They feel it.
You would rather have like fans and supporters like that off of being yourself versus having to keep a persona for the rest of your career.
Yeah.
So you got that internal.
Because you gotta try to come up like, continue and keeping up with a persona. I got way too much to think about. Like I really do. I don't have the time.
It's a lot easier being yourself.
It really is, because then you really know who genuinely like understands and really wants to understand who you are. I'd rather just have people like that. I don't see why waste my time on being somebody I'm not. I don't got the time.
Yeah. And it's a person when the lights is off.
Seriously, because when I do concerts and stuff, I can really see who's like, messing with me and who's really understanding what I'm trying to get at. Like I said, I'm in a bag where I'm like really tapping into real life situations on multiple perspectives. So like, why not? Like, we're all real people at the
We're
end of the
humans
day.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, like for real.
I feel like we need to get back to that, just like in music and just like popular culture in general.
Definitely.
Because we see everything so much through a lens.
A screen, yeah.
And it's just like everybody's just seen through this little frame, and it's like, nah.
Seriously.
I
could see the best parts of everybody's life all the time.
Yeah,
literally.
The best part of what they wanted to show you, like.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, we got layers, yo.
Yeah, because it's so like it doesn't make any sense because it's just like, I mean, I like the idea that sometimes people can see like you on your good days. For sure, like everybody likes to be seen on their best days, and I think that's why people, you know, social media is what it is. But at the same time, it does like remove that idea of like, you know, a human being. Like we all are sad, we all get depressed, we all have, you know, we have our episodes, we have different stuff that we go through. But like, you know, social media definitely blocks all that. But I mean, it's a good and bad thing. At the same time, not everybody needs to know your business, but at the same time, like, it's good to know because then you don't feel like, oh, like I'm the only person that's feeling like I gotta make 6 figures by tomorrow.
That's true.
For real.
Do you want to touch on the last track?
Last track, MIA.
Also very self-explanatory. That was just an instance of a man ghosting me, and I was okay. Like I definitely was salty about it, and I was in my feelings, damn near crying. But you know, that's okay. Like. I was a little sad because it was just like I had spent a day with the man and it went well, like extremely well. And then you don't hear from somebody, so you're like, damn, what did I do wrong? Was I not looking okay? Was I not on my P's and Q's about something? But you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, it happens. People go MIA. Yeah. Gotta deal with it.
Yeah, it's just...
Made a great song out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have it for a reason.
Listen, sometimes it takes that. Sometimes you got to get hurt for a song. Somebody told me that I'm going to make my best music of my life when I get my heart broken. I said, okay. I said, can I write a song about being happy? I don't want to be upset.
Man. So let's just tap in that real quick. Some people say the best R&B music comes from heartbreak.
I mean, I don't know, because I have to disagree because, like I said, people like Stevie Wonder, that man literally writes about love, like, all the time. And, I mean, of course, like, he has his songs where he's talking about heartbreak and, you know, people that he's dealing with that might not belong to him and all types of stuff. But the R&B has girth, okay? It has so many different places that it holds. And, I don't know, sometimes it's just necessary. Like, I feel like you have to come from a place of honesty. And sometimes if we're being honest, I'm not happy sometimes. I'm not okay sometimes. Sometimes I'm in love and sometimes I'm heartbroken and all types of shit. So I just feel like, you know, R&B, that's why R&B is what it is. Because it's one of those things that, you know, you could really talk about what's really going on. But in a just smoother way, I would say.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to when I don't listen to R&B as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking growing up, I used to listen
tapped in no more, man.
Man, it's only a switch.
He's just gonna listen to Earl
Sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
It's only a switch. It's only a switch.
I mean, for real. I mean, when you clean in the house, what your mama be playing with Sade and like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like
I got my
for real,
playlist,
Nita
man.
Baker.
Don't
Come
get it
on, right?
wrong.
When you clean in the house, you throwing on some R&B for sure.
Hell
Cooking
yeah.
some dinner, maybe you sip it on something like.
Yeah. So look, I normally throw on. I'm trying to think what I throw on. Sade's on there. Sade. Is Sade?
I say
Sade.
Sade too, but it is Sade.
Is Sade?
Yeah.
Sade. I like to have a little music soul child.
I love Music Soul Child. Yeah.
He made me want to do music. He got me like into music.
I love the music videos, like from the 2000s.
Hell
I think they were just so like
The A. Marie.
just so dope. Yeah.
The pop locking in the rain.
Okay, but mainly like in the R&B, how like sometimes, you know, in the shower just really in their feelings, like knocking
like
at the door.
videos.
Or Tyrese, like for real, like I love that. I mean, that era for R&B for men, I'm like they're in their bag.
Going down the street like trying to talk to the girl.
Okay, got the boombox outside
Mario
the door,
and them.
spinning, dancing, all types of shit. Like that was the era for R&B. Like Music Soul Child, what Teach Me How to Love music video, fire, like extremely fire.
That was the era, that neo soul era. Man.
Okay,
Yeah,
Neo
send me
talking
down
about
memory
no
lane.
one in the mirror. Yeah, that man was snapping, got the hat tilt and everything.
Facts.
Yeah,
Who's your dream collab for R&B act?
everybody. I want to work with everybody. I plan to work with everybody. Like I want to work with just anybody that just, you know, wants to work with me on top of like just phenomenal artists. It's like we got people like Nisha, Lucky Day, we got Capella Gray. That man's making noise around the city as it is. Just everybody. I want to work with Anderson .Paak, Bruno Mars. Oh my gosh. I want to work with who don't I want to work with? I genuinely just want to make music with just legends, and I plan on doing it, like for sure.
It'll happen.
It will. Manifesting.
Of course.
Speaking into
Supporter.
existence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, like I just want to make such a catalog with just fire people. I want to work with Tory Lanez. I want to work with like my list is long. I write everything down, so like I plan on working with these people. I have it in my book.
It already happened. It just got to
That's
catch
what I'm
up.
saying, right? At this
Right.
point, it's just a waiting game. At this point,
Word.
seriously.
Man, that's dope. Who are some people that inspire you, like who have inspired your music? They don't necessarily have to be musicians,
Yeah.
but just people in life who've inspired you.
So I'm gonna say both. I have a very deep voice for a woman sometimes. So with that being the case, like for a long time, I didn't hear women in R&B that had a voice like mine. So I finally catered to like people like Anita Baker, Sade, or Sade.
Shot.
Just Layla Hathaway, especially in a jazz bag. Like that woman is insane. But yeah, like I finally found people that like made me feel comfortable with having a deeper voice for a woman, because I was like, I'm out here a tenor, like damn near. Like I'm basically a tenor out here, and I don't hear too many voices like mine. So those women definitely. But right now, I honestly would say like my family definitely plays a large role in like my music taste that kind of catered to me to even doing music, because like I'm the only person in my family that really does music. Like truthfully, like everybody else either was an artist at one point in time, like in regards to like drawing and things like that. But no one really like does music like I do. I'm really like the only person. I have a twin brother, so like yeah, so it's like he's not music person, but he listens to music. Like he's definitely a connoisseur, and all my brothers are. Like my older brother, when I was younger, I was living with my grandparents, and my grandparents, you know, they're more on the gospel, like everything. The worldly music is out of here. They don't want to hear none of that. Like they come in the house, don't be playing that, or you know, turn it down. I don't want to hear it. But my brothers, like we would literally sneak around all the time trying to listen to like old school, just anything, 90s music, 80s music. I started really getting into my bag because I was like, I love 80s music sound and 90s music stuff. But yeah, like my brothers really were the ones that inspired me, and then seeing my mom occasionally when I would, definitely.
Are you the only girl? You have all brothers?
No, I actually have like two sisters, but like we're all like half siblings in a way.
Uh-oh.
Like I have a twin brother, and then I have an older brother. We're all got same mom, same dad, and then the rest of us are like half siblings. But you know, they try to be rappers and shit, but I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Because I was gonna ask, is that why you think that you are like more direct and like honest and like just keep it real straightforward about
To be
shit?
honest, yeah, because I'm around a lot of guys, like all the time. At least like with those two, when I was raised around them, and I got another older brother that we all like are extremely close. We're all like around the same age range and everything. And yeah, just being around guys really just put me in a position where like I ain't really never had to bullshit about nothing. Like, and we talk like friends. Like I don't know about anybody else, but like me and my siblings, we literally are like friends more than we are siblings. We like. My brothers be like, so I came with this shorty and da da da. I'm just like, I don't know why you feel so comfortable talking to me about this, but yeah, like we all
dope.
homies. So
That's
it's
a
just
blessing.
seriously, like it's a lot of us though. Like we range from like age 10 to like 30.
Yeah, that's dope though. You get a good range of both
It's weird.
generations.
It's a lot because you know the 10-year-olds be 10, and
Them
then
30-year-olds be 30.
yeah, like
So you spoke on your brothers talking to you like friends, like the homies.
yeah.
Have you like I've seen it in like on social media? It's like I think it was like Steve Harvey talking about how men can't be friends with women.
Ooh,
The fuck?
Yeah, it was some weird shit. Like I
It's always a man's always kind of objective. Like if he's hanging around you for so long, it's really because he's waiting for his.
Oh, he has an agenda. Yeah.
I don't like one thing. My dad.
It's
like,
it's definitely an
Yeah.
ed kind of situation. Only because like I don't know. Most of the time, I'm not gonna say most of the time. A lot of the time with men, they do like to speak to women that they're attracted to, which is the inevitable. But at the same time, like sometimes you learn more about the person after a while, and you're like, okay, she's not that type for me. Like, I've come to understand I was attractive, but I ain't trying to like do more. So
But I still
I feel
love
like,
her as a
yeah,
person, so that's when
exactly. I feel like
friendship
it does take like, first glance you probably are attracted. I mean, y'all men, that's in y'all nature, like realistically. But I feel like after a while, you come to realize, okay, like I know what kind of girl she is, and I know what I'm looking for if I was trying to pursue her in that way. But I don't know. For me, like I find it possible. I don't think it's impossible. I feel like a lot of the time, I don't know, men are sometimes insecure about some things, and I feel like, I mean, like I said, rightfully in y'all nature, because some people do be wilding. Sometimes friends really don't be friends, and they just be underlining things, but. You just need a real one like me. Like I don't really beat around the bush with things. I don't really do too much. So like, if somebody's a friend, they're a friend, and I don't really have to do too much dancing around that. And if they're more than a friend, then they're more than a friend, and you would know, because I don't see the point of lying to you. What do I owe you? I don't need to lie to you. So
Big
yeah,
fan. That's one thing I noticed, like with generation like a little bit younger than us. It's like they're very quick to be like yo, no, let's just keep it a buck, because so many people come and go through social media and all that shit. Like,
seriously,
keep it a buck. Like, if I just keep it honest with you, you're gonna choose whether you want to be here or not. So
literally,
You think so?
I really do.
That's
Younger
what
Like,
generation, you think?
Huh?
You say like the younger generation?
like a little bit younger than. Well, I'm.
what's young?
Shit,
I'm young.
about to be 20. I'm about to be
Yeah, you
29.
young.
yeah, young. I'm about to be 29. tomorrow.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
okay.
like-
I wouldn't think you were 29. You look extremely young.
Appreciate it.
It's the genes,
Yeah, you
black
old.
men.
Man,
Oh my
Shout out
gosh.
to my pop. Shout out to my mom.
Okay. Y'all be looking extremely young. Y'all be like, oh, I'm 34. The fuck, nigga? I thought you was 24. That's crazy. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I just, like I said, I feel like it ranges. Like, there's definitely, I don't know. I feel like it's
I feel like it
definitely
goes
not
back to
everybody.
what, you said it earlier about like it doesn't matter the age, it's just the mentality of the
It,
person.
yeah, I'm about to say, because like I feel like it really does play on like your upbringing, because really realistically I'm extremely mature for a 20-year-old, but that's only because of like the stuff I had to deal with. Like I had to like care for my family and like dealt with my dad's stroke and everything. I feel like it character builds. You have to have situations that happen for you to really get out of that bag of being like immature and trying to do all the extra shit I don't have it to do when I'm trying to like be somebody and eventually put myself in a position. Yeah.
Real life shit.
Hell yeah. That's real life shit. Especially nowadays, gas going up, fucking
Man,
rent
I took
going
out a loan.
up.
I took out a loan earlier to get some gas.
Fuck out of here.
Okay? For real. Like, honestly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, stuff is happening out here. So it's like we don't really got time to be playing around with people and doing shit. It's too much going on in the world. Like, what? We have a whole war going on right now. Like, crazy shit. So,
Yeah, man, we just get in that play some R&B. It's ugly outside, man.
Okay.
Play some R&B. Play that Labrina.
period.
That's what's good.
Definitely play that Labrina. Stream. Continue to stream.
Run it up. Oh, so is there anything that you want your viewers to know about you?
Honestly, I feel like the biggest thing is that when you listen to me, you're gonna get me. Like, you're gonna get real life situations, rather it's current situations, past situations. You're gonna really get the grasp of who Labrina is, because I don't know, I come extremely organic, and I just really just want to talk about. I want to have a conversation. I feel like my music is conversation starters, and that's really the biggest thing I'm trying to get out of it. I want to talk about, well, why do men feel like this? Why do women feel like this? Why can't we both, learn how to communicate with one another and actually have a conversation? And why does it take me being over here trying to tell y'all that y'all need to see what this man is going through? Like, I'm just trying to be a conversation starter, honestly.
That's hard. It's always a good,
It's a good
brothers,
place.
man.
That's a good place to be.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
So do you got anything like coming forward? You dropped the EP.
Yes. So I am coming out with some more music videos. I think right now that's the biggest thing. I am coming with more music, of course, but I think the biggest thing for me right now, I'm trying to build a catalog. I'm trying to make sure that I make endless music like that just hits. Like, I don't really want to miss. I'm trying to be like we were talking about earlier, Lucky Day, how he just not miss it right now.
Don't.
I'm trying to be like that.
Don't.
Okay? I'm trying to be exactly like that, but that takes like building a catalog, and like I got some, I just did a feature with Rod Bonner. Shout out Rod.
Yeah.
I also got some music coming with a few other people. I'm working with people out of Buffalo. Oh my gosh, people like this rapper from Chicago named Legend. when his project comes out, I will be letting y'all know that man is
Word.
different. The homie Zay, he's an engineer, producer, singer, songwriter, GOAT. He's just great. And I'm working with a lot of people outside of town, and you know, even if it's just collabing on their stuff or whatever, I'm really just trying to build a catalog. So like people can really see like I'm not playing. Like I'm coming with endless bops.
Yeah, cause you did. I seen on Apple Music you had, I forgot what this dude's name was, but it was something different. It was Zambezi.
See, I'm not gonna lie, that's not me.
You featured. You featured on
It's not
that
me.
Wasn't you?
You know how like people with the same name.
Because I was looking for your voice, and I'm like, this shit like.
He was like, "Where is she?"
Yeah, I'm like,
that is not me. I don't know why, but Apple Music for some reason there must be somebody else named Labrina out there. It's not me.
That's funny.
It's not me,
Word.
but you know, everything else though should be me. Hopefully,
Word.
you know, definitely got to get that worked out. But yeah, no Zambezi's here.
Yeah, it was a different. It was like Afro beats type.
Yeah,
of thing.
no, I didn't do nothing like that.
I was like, I'm here listening for her
Yo,
harmonies. I'm
you
like, okay, where's she coming in? I'm like,
she's
oh,
not
did she
there.
produce? Like, I'm like, okay.
No,
Yeah,
not
writing
this
credits?
time. Not Zambezi, but yeah, I would definitely love to do an Afro beat vibe for sure.
You
But
listen
not.
to Amber Simone? You familiar with her?
Yes, actually I don't. I've heard a lot of her covers, but I haven't really tapped into her work.
Yeah, she just came back from Africa.
I did see
Working,
that
and
though.
she-
Yeah, that shit is definitely hard. I mean,
shout out
when
to
any
Amber.
artist, when any artist can leave out of here and go
Hell
to
yeah.
Africa, that's just hard in itself.
Facts. I was blessed enough for her to perform at my surprise birthday party.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So, I was thankful.
I told her at the party she was ducking us too.
Oh no.
She was like, "Don't do that."
Nah, don't do it.
Word, but man, shout out to everybody who was able to be there and like who did that. I wasn't expecting it. I appreciate y'all and thank you.
No doubt, man. It was a great experience. I ain't know what to say.
Not no doubt, man.
But shit, shout out to your brother, shout out to Gino, shout out to Kyrie. Everybody who had a part in throwing it.
Yeah,
Right. Walking in at 29 at its best.
yeah. I gotta
Healthy.
go. I gotta go out my 20s with a bang. I gotta celebrate the whole year. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
You
Facts.
have to, right?
Yeah.
Shot every night. Celebrate.
I was thinking too. I gotta get in my wine.
You
bag,
got
'cause this
to.
liquor, and,
I'm
man,
telling
it's
you,
hit me
the
different.
wine bag
I had a half a drink at your shit.
Not
I
the
ain't built no
29
more.
head. He said, no more.
Yeah.
Definitely get in the wine bag. You know, they got the bubbly too. You go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and it gets you right too. But like a good right. Like I'm feeling myself. I'm still confident. But some people, I don't know, men be like, I get sleepy with wine. I've heard that way too much. Like, I'm a wine girl. I do wine.
I'd
for
rather
sure.
do wine than liquor.
Yeah, it's
getting
easy on the stomach. Like
Mhm.
wine just or other types of liquor just be doing too much. Be having a kung fu battle with my damn self.
Wake up like you
Kicking
went
my
15
ass.
rounds with Tyson.
No, for real. Like that's why I do wine. I'm like, and it's just like it's classy as fuck. Like if I got a little champagne flute, you know what I'm saying, with the wine in it, it just looks good too.
Big facts.
Good
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Seriously.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you being here.
Well,
with
thank
us.
you for inviting me.
No doubt. No doubt.
Problem. You got anything you want to say before you wrap up?
Yeah. Stay tuned for more from your girl. Music videos, content, because we're coming with the covers. As well as more music videos, features, after feature, after feature. And then of course songs, of course. We're just gonna get a catalog of continuous bops. I'm not missing.
Come on.
2021, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 30.
Come on.
And past it.
Okay? And then some.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to see her at the Grammys. Gonna see her at the Grammys. Come on.
Okay, past the Grammys. You're gonna see me at every award show. Even if I'm not singing, I'm just there. I'm gonna be like all that.
She gonna come look at the camera.
Okay. I'm telling you, the scratch, all that. I promise you, you'll see me there.
Word. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
No label the pod. We out.
Peace.
She watching me like a